and I'm responsible for promoting education in the municipality. Anything that I have to do.
Madam Sefa, you can resources and near ye him at the aye. Addition and Yagan, or no down. No, she said, you may be 90. We have time resource for no hop, we have human resource for no hop, material for no hop, financial for no hop.
But what I am purposely going to talk about is the project that we have in this school, which I know very well that if the rest of the schools also hear about it, we'll do something about it, and maybe you can be beneficiaries. I hope Adreji Catholic School here knows that there is a project going on, which is accessibility project.
But also, you may be very school. Accessibility project for the physically challenged. Send your banner to me tratra data. I was almost on your training beer, and that was bit to me after. But for your schools, big brave, you need. More funny people also what those challenges, or how I was saying, or that project, and I'm already said, worry you school. No bad pencil said, and that's for all other schools. I just want to be sure if Adreji people are aware of that. How many people are aware of that project going on in this particular school? Especially Nananu. You may be sorry for so a hand. Assemblyman Sony. Okay, the assemblyman Penny. PTA chairman, do you know? I really want you to confirm that you know. Yes. This project, I want us to own the project. Okay. Exactly. Adreji Catholic. I am not from Adreji, or I am not from. I'm a typical Ewe. I could have sent this project when I had opportunity to send it to maybe my hometown, but I thought it was because the time that we had that opportunity. It is because we had about 5 people with disabilities on the platform here, on this particular ground. I also said you ready now to media for new program, so you're modern for Kakra. Now, so one yanisa or the bar I saw Frabe Benu and a banana, one was all our school. But what is happening, what I'm experiencing is Obroni, the perception we are having is a white man is coming to do this project for us. And we are leaving it for the white man to do. You may be no Bruni be already. Now, come here and say, you have before your person job, here to Brunino. And now, Brunino, how do I say it? My thesis that I did in the master's level in the US was purposely on accessibility on school structures in Ghana. And you watch that aquadare, I get research work. Accessibility, physically challenged from fra when the them can the beer over Fabia Wobenia. I have a kaya, you show TV, so I'll be recollector. And so on your baby, schools now warns 1 million. And so I'm not ordering to me and for seconds. Because I'm a victim of it, when I came to this town, I wasn't using 2 calipers. When I was teaching in surgeon, I'm a professional French teacher and everybody knows me. I wasn't using 2 crutches, but at the university level, UCC, I fell and had my second leg, which was the strong one that I was using to do everything. I mean, I had it broken. So that means somebody has to do something about inaccessibility of school buildings. And to me, that level that I have reached, I realized that I have done a lot of courses, a lot of research on it, and I have to do something practical. So when I had a chance of talking with 1 and 2 people in the US, that this is the problem we have in Ghana, and some people hailed the idea. We went through so many processes. I have to write with the help of the headmaster and father to the bishop to give us the chance, because it's a Catholic school. We have to write to the Ministry of Education that we are bringing those people here to support us. Why do you do or share or know how we are what is some brand share or know how we are what is some brand or school? or share no one see and or pay say obey yet obey master project here but now France are worried about one and fast I have no one for me into 1 year with Juma communications I was 1 year for me now 1 year 1 year permits and to say what did Juma.
When we started the program, we were given the first building there at the back of the JSS, which is really dilapidated. So we were supposed to retrofit it. When we say retrofitting, is making everything possible. If it is the bathroom that we have to work on, so that when somebody is in a wheelchair from the kindergarten can start school with that process till the JSS. If it is the toilet, if it is the canteen, the library, everything. So that structure there has to be done in a uniform so that we have access from there. That is the building we have to work on.
It's a work on JHS next year. Then you walk by, no, no, see, no, what they are massage, Medina, because Sanya, Abu Freddy, on to me, Nantona was said, what they can, what's the name of Nantoni, a year, Juma. Of the cage of crowd, wait me up for schooling in area BC or school Muhaya. The sense says I do make it.
The privilege we have is we were trying to make it really accessible, just like how American schools are inclusive. Because Ghana is talking about inclusiveness. So it's not going to be only with the physical disabled, the deaf can be included there, the blind can be included. So the plan that we have on paper is on that building to make it just like how it is there. But the unfortunate thing is, when we started the program, we realized that we had to start from the pavement, from the entrance. Because I had 2 of the children by then, one was in class 2, one class 3. They were in wheelchair. And they couldn't, the class 2 one stopped school totally because he couldn't come to school because the bridge got broken.
I say, no one problem will be a hat. Now when you know what here someone now back project jai school the son say bridge been an anchor or no into a river or who send your better map.
You will all attest that if I'm not educated, like if I'm not able to go through the school process, I would have been on the street begging. So when I came and they told me the child stopped school because of inaccessibility, we started from the gates. That is the bridge. We went on the bridge, we finished. And the people came. Anytime they were coming, I have the committee working. And PTA chairman is one of the stakeholders in that committee. The committee involved the father, who is the chairman of the committee, the father in the school year, the headmaster, and some teachers, and some members from our education office are part of the committee. So that even if I'm not around, this work can go on. But what we are experiencing is these people came 3 good times, bringing money for us to do this work. And let me be clear here, I don't handle the money. When the money comes, father is the real person, the chairman who has interaction with them. I just bring them, I'm just coordinating, bringing them from the US, coming down.
Ever father and change into a fear as if he find na ederba if he bridge no or yeah bridge no if he worship find na ederba school.
So from the bridge we realized that we have to go through the trapezoidal gutters. But what happened was there was a torrential fall, a rainfall, and the bridge got broken.
Why gutters were finding chain and then to see big train.
And the bridge got broken. So we had to refix the bridge the second time, which we did. And we started with the gutters, as you could see at the entrance there, with the focus that we are now coming to do the pavement. So we get to the top there, then we go to the school building, the targets.
What best is set pavement, F bridge, and then change what they are for baby. I was up a funny far for them. Grab a funny baby rat used to cool me then.
Unfortunately for us now, when they came this 28 December, we saw again that our bridge and the gutters have collapsed again. Why? And what is the problem? We have our engineer, the municipal engineer. That was the engineer given to us by the assembly, because I managed to get the American people are no more coming because they expect us to be involved. We had a meeting before. I remember that we had a meeting, and some people made some promises, but at the verge of working, when we started, that was the late last year. For instance, the PTA chairman promised us the mixer. There were so many things that we needed. We need labor, and some things happened in the process. When we got to the PTA chairman, his mixer was stolen at that verge. Yes, so we have to go and rent mixer. When the people came, they were there, they heard us, the American people, they heard us that we had labor there. We are going to have support from the community, like the mixer. We are going to have water from the premises. Like, they realized that in our discussion, we have committed ourselves solely to the project. So they hailed the idea. But when they went, and I was also not around, I also traveled. When I came back, we rented mixer. We didn't have labor. We paid over 6,000. That's the old money, 60 million. That's 6,000, right? 6,000 to labor, and those things that we all put on paper that we are going to really work on the ground. That when they bring their money, it's about buying cement, gravel. Even the MCE promised us even chippings. None of those promises came to light.
Community, young PTA chairman, don't be another bedroom here, and I come for Francis Korea. Not the Maya cement.
So, people, disability issue is not one person's issue. It's not one person's issue because it's an open-ended class. Anybody can join at any time. And we want to say that our children that we have, maybe you have just gotten pregnant, you don't know what is in your tummy. You give birth to that child and it's a Down syndrome child that is drawing saliva from the mouth or whatever.
Then be what way ye knew send ye buffer. Ye knew what china, yana de beba, ye knew yana dear trip, or dear grandne, ye knew your chino vitra. Into ye now find ye how. Na yenhwe so kwambe so ne be fadia ye senya wonyam never say wo wabo frabia we didem no hia school bi akwa wonim say school mu ha wo sa facility na wo de na ba ha.
Exactly, because that is my target, that the whole Epiapimsa municipality, as the government is encouraging us to be inclusive, we are talking about inclusive education, we should have this one single school in the whole municipality, or even in Ghana, because we don't have accessible inclusive education school in Ghana. So my target is like that school should be here, but it's like our dreams are shattering down slowly. So I'm pleading with you that you all sell this idea. We have NGOs around, we have philanthropists, we have big men. We know that, especially as the chiefs are here today, I'm so much pressing on the chiefs because I know Adreji, you can't work without the chiefs. So please come on board and let's get this done to have this unique. It is an added value. We are adding value to Adreji Catholic School. Let's all do it together so that we all enjoy education. Thank you.
Now I border. So when it gets to the mainstream here, it falls in it like a river fall. Anyway, it competes with velocity. But when you sediment it, the force breaks down as it enters first step, second step, third step. Before it comes to the river, now the volume and the speed of the water running off is lacking. True or false? True.
Thank you. You know, okay, have this and take it for me. All right. You know, as you said, the technical men were brought on board.
They are from the assembly.
They are from the assembly, the whole municipal assembly, engineers, and also when we started the job, we brought volunteers, or the people brought volunteers. You know, America does work in volunteerism, so they worked out with volunteers coming with them. But because we want the project to be owned by the community, the volunteers started by, measurement and having all those things down, and they submitted to finally when the assembly municipal chief executive came on board and confirmed that we are going to match any dollar one by one with them with the CDs that they will bring. We handed everything to the assembly. So to us, we are laymen, and the assembly engineer and the foreman, being the technical men, are working for us. So all that we know is job accomplished. But just as you have explained, maybe we will go back to the drawing table and contact you all for that.